Hey everybody, welcome to Bad Wrench Automotive. Okay, in this video I'm going to explain the mess that is currently on my floor. Not only do I have a lot of tools out on the floor and it's winter and I don't want to get water all over my tools, so we are going to be getting this put back together today, but here's the thing. I need to break down exactly how far I had to go to replace a simple wheel bearing because of rusted bolts. Guys, this one chased me for over one full weekend just trying to drop the front suspension down because of all the rusted hardware. If you guys are doing these repairs and you guys are trying to get this stuff fixed and you run into rusty bolts, don't put the old rusty bolts back in. Put new bolts back in. It'll make your life easier the next time you have to go back in. Because if you fought to get it out this time, you're going to fight to get it out next time, and next time you might not be able to get it. So, a little bit of a warning before we dive in. Let's go ahead and get in here, guys. So, here's what we're looking at. My wheel bearing here is literally toast. This wheel bearing, you can wiggle it. So, you're not supposed to be able to wiggle these by hand. This bottom plate here that you guys see right there, you guys aren't supposed to be able to wiggle that from where the wheel attaches. If you can move this wheel bearing by hand at all, it's bad. So this one has a huge 33 millimeter nut right here and a cotter pin. You will have to pull that cotter pin in order to get that nut off. Then you will have to access the back side and remove these, which are, I'm pretty sure these are 21 millimeters, or nope, they're 18s. So these are 18 millimeter bolts. If these look good, you can reuse them. If they're not, just get new ones, guys. They're not very expensive, and it makes your life so much easier the next time you got to go back in to replace a wheel bearing. But there was so much wrong inside here that I'm going to explain in a few different videos. I'm going to cover the strut when I talk about removing that, and pulling this strut down. I wanted to cover the wheel bearing today, guys. Wheel bearings are super, super important. If these are bad for any reason, they could lock up, they could fail, and cause the wheel to come off. If you're going down the road at highway speed and that wheel comes off, it's going to come back. The driver's feet are right underneath there. You don't want that wheel coming back for any reason. And a bad wheel bearing will definitely do that. I've seen many vehicles lose wheels on the road because of a bad wheel bearing, or because the wheels were not properly torqued after doing tires. We're going to have a video on tires, guys, on this vehicle. So that is coming as well. As we went to remove this wheel bearing, we also needed to remove this electrical connection. This connection lives up here. So we had to wiggle to get this out. We also unbolted it up here in the frame. That was a 10 millimeter up there that's holding that in. So I took that out. And then this wire came down and was looped through the strut. And there's one fixture right here that holds the wire when it comes through here to keep it from hitting. So we need to make sure that that was fixed to that part. But to get at this wheel bearing was a big pain. Here's another holding point for that wire. So it goes from the wheel bearing to that one to this one. Comes up. There's another one right here on the tab for the brake line. Then it connects to here and it's attached up there. I took it all the way loose because this connector fought me. And if I was fighting the connector, I just decided to go ahead and loosen it up completely. But if you guys are doing wheel bearings, just know this is a more advanced level repair. You will need a bunch of tools. The vehicle has to come up. You have to put the vehicle on jack stands to make sure it's safe. You also need to take off the tire. You need to disassemble the entire brake system. As you guys see, we had the brakes together on this car, but I had no choice. I had to take it back off after I wiggled that flange that holds the tire on. When I was able to move that by hand, because I was holding the tire and I was wiggling it and there was a little bit of play there. I questioned it a little bit when I first lifted this vehicle. It was so slight I didn't really notice, but once I took the brakes off and I was able to grab that part of the spindle, I was able to notice that it's moving, like the bearing had play in it. If I can move it by hand, we can't run it. We had to take this out. So we got a brand new bearing. That bearing will be going in. I'll do a full video on the repair once everything's in. But guys, next video, we're gonna go after the strut. I'm gonna explain how you get that strut down and what you have to do. If you guys are liking the Nissan Pathfinder content, make sure you guys are hitting the like button, hit that subscribe button, and ring that notification bell so you get notified when I drop new videos, and I'll see you on the next one.